Hello and welcome to the Internal Mobility Podcast, where we explore all of the ways for you to grow your career at Randstad while also making this giant company a little easier to understand. So today our guest is Graig Paglieri, and Graig has a really big job around here, team. He's the CEO of RTG, which means he not only leads our Sella and Celerity businesses, he also runs our Randstad Technologies Group, engineering, life sciences, federal. Really big span. So Graig, A, thank you for being here. And B, tell those folks listening about the breadth of opportunities available within RTG.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here. And thank you so much for everything you and your team do for one of the most important aspects of our business and our companies. And that's fueling the engine for our success and our growth. And it's all about the people we bring in. So yeah, right now, I mean, as you very well know, we have over 100 opportunities within those teams, those organizations that you mentioned. So the Randstad Technologies Group is focused on the STEM professional services business in the US. And that's just a massive opportunity. You're talking about some of the biggest challenges in the space because of the talent scarcity of these highly technical individuals and teams that we bring forth to our clients. You also talk about the excitement of the clients that we serve. We're worth 400 of the Fortune 500. So some of the biggest organizations in the world are relying on the services that our recruiters, our account managers, our management teams, our enablement teams dedicated to supporting all of these STEM organizations. It's just a really, really special, I think, time in the industry because there's so much demand and there's so many different ways to build a career and build a profession in providing staffing. We provide consultants. We have more than 10,000 consultants just in Randstad Technologies alone. And the ability to do that, as well as provide people for organizations in the form of direct hire, permanent placement. That's a thriving practice that we have right now. And then one of our biggest growth areas, and an area that we're going to invest in more and more, is our solutions and services business. So this is where we manage the outcome and manage deliverables for our clients, which requires a tremendous amount of expertise. So just if you're part of the Randstad Technologies Group and you're in RT, RE, RLS, Sella, Celerity, you're providing those types of services in whatever function you perform.
So if you think about like every big or in quality company is going through some sort of digital transformation effort right now, right? Chronically, probably. And like your people make that happen for the world's largest organizations. Like you can't get more exciting in terms of meaningful work than that right there. That's awesome.
You nailed it, Chris. Meaningful is a word that our teams use quite a bit, and it's a huge motivator for sure.
I know that to be true about you and everybody that works for you. It's all about impact, right?
Absolutely.
So there's somebody listening to us right now that wants to grow at Randstad. What do you want to say to that person about how you grow here?
Well, I think what's so special about Randstad is that it truly is a land of opportunity. So yeah, gotta be aware. You've got to be informed. You got to do your homework if you want to advance your career, if you want to challenge yourself or disrupt yourself. There's nothing wrong with being dedicated and focused in the environment you're in or the role you're performing, if that's right for you. But if you're looking to take on new challenges, it's not always going to just tap you on the shoulder, right? But there's great information out there. There's communications that go out regularly around the opportunities and the openings, in the different parts of Randstad USA. As I mentioned, we've got numerous ones in all of our areas in the Randstad Technologies Group. So if any of the things that you're hearing here piques your interest, then you kind of got to stand up and reach out and do your part in managing your career, because there's just so much you can take advantage of.
Right. And who would want to turn their career over to somebody else and sit
That's right.
passively and wait for the tap, right? Like if you want it, like go get it. Like you are placed in the land of opportunity. That was so well said. So final question. In the last couple of weeks, what's been your favorite human forward moment?
Well, Chris, I have one that is very, very top of mind just because it was so recent. And you actually went ahead and shared it on LinkedIn, which again is such a fabulous way to convey and communicate our culture. But we just had a fantastic story about how Ronstadt supports our people and puts our people first, which is certainly at the heart of Human Forward, but also makes a major commitment to supporting our veteran community. And in this instance that you shared, we had Jeff Sonnenberg, one of our account managers in Ronstadt Technologies, serves within the Army Reserves, and he had to go on deployment for 5 months, which means he has to leave his job and his commitments here at Ronstadt Technologies and go serve his country. And he received overwhelming support from his team, from his leadership, Chris Coppola in particular. And Jeff went ahead and nominated Chris to receive a major award. It's called a Patriot Award, and it's provided by the ESGR, which recognizes organizations that support our veterans, especially in reserve service, which can just really be disruptive and challenging for both them from a personal family standpoint, but also, again, for their private sector jobs. So just to know that we have that active leadership and that just dedicated support to our people and what is important to them, but also to the veteran community, which is very personally important for me as well.
Well, as a grateful American, I want to not miss this opportunity to say thank you for your service as a Marine and also for all that you're doing to enable better vet outcomes here at Ronstadt in service of our veteran community. We have never hired more veterans than we're hiring right now. And I know that your influence is a major contributor to that. So thank you for that. And thank you also for being generous with your time today.